Hey guys, this is DomFX here and welcome back to the channel. We're going to be going over another market outlook, week commencing 22nd of June 2025. So let's get right into it. So what we're going to start off with doing is start off with the dollar, then we're going to go into the other currencies and then look at some other stuff. So start off with the monthly. At this moment in time, we've got to see what price wants to do. It will be pretty much the final week. Next to the week after, I believe, would be NFP. We can check that here. That's the week after, non-farm payroll. Yeah, can't. So week prior to NFP, what news do we have? We've got President Trump speaking Sunday. Monday we've got news at 9:45 Eastern Standard Time. That's AM. We've got 3:15 AM news for Euro. We've got 4:30 news for pound. So Monday's looking pretty active. Tuesday we've got 10 p.m. news, but it's Fed Chair Powell, so we've got to be wary of that. For the morning of the day, Wednesday we've got another Fed Chair Powell speaking, so another 10 p.m. We'll just see how it starts off and then see if we can capitalize after, or see what it wants to do really. Thursday we've got 8:30 news Eastern Standard Time AM. So Thursday, Monday and Friday, that's what we're mainly looking at. We've got another 8:30 news here. So those are the main news coming out. Tuesday and Wednesday we just got to be a bit wary because it is Fed Chair Powell testifying. So now that we've got that out of the way, let us see what price may look to do. At this moment in time, the asking price is right there. So if prices decide to gap lower all the way there, and let's see what it wants to do for dollar. For the daily, it may look to wick that high into the consequent encroachment and then continue lower. That is if this is going to open there. Coming back into this, yeah, so once it hits that and this goes there, we're expecting price to reach into this fair value gap. We'll see if it wants to use it as an inverted fair value gap to then seek even further lower. But at this moment in time, bullish. If we get that movement via gap open for Monday, then to wick this high and then start coming lower, we'll predict it's gonna likely reach this fair value gap. So how would that look like for here? So wicking past here, respecting this order block, coming back up to then fill the gap that is created if it is going to wick this far lower, and then we'll look to capitalize on the buys because we are primarily bullish. So it's went close to the first standard deviation, well, went to first standard deviation, coming back to midpoint, relatively midpoint. monthly, from there to there, that will be our new range. Fib. Yeah, so it's pretty much gotten into optimum trade entry. Let's see if it can reach that first standard deviation now, which is nearing this fair value gap on a higher time frame, and then eventually take it out. That's what we're predicting. So that's pretty much coming lower and yeah, seeking the bottom half of this fair value gap. That's what we want to see, ideally, but it may take longer than the coming week to do that, depending on how live price is at the start of the week. Obviously, if it gaps lower and Monday instantly recovers that, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday potentially. That's what we are looking to see. Obviously, end of Friday, come back lower, just retrace a bit, ready for the week ahead. But yeah, that's what we would be predicting. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But yeah, on a shorter time frame. So now that we've got euro and dollar out the way, let's look at a bit of bonds just to see if our bias is correct. So on the weekly, closed above the low of this candle, but it is remaining within this liquidity void, so we're a bit wary. But as we believe that dollar's going to go lower, we do ultimately believe this is going to be taking out these highs, potentially those later. But for the first part, potentially lower back into there, constant encroachment of the wick here. If it wants to fill this, I don't think it will, purely because that would just be too much within that 1 week. So yeah, potentially down into there, into this order block one last time, and then start taking it higher. Here, it's respecting this. If we can see it come lower into this liquidity void and then start to go higher, that would be beneficial for our bias, and same with the 5-year note as well. So now that we've got those out the way, so you can see how it's creating it perfectly, where it's created the low, optimum trade entry, high in the, as soon as it hit the grey area, came back lower for another optimum trade entry in the grey area. Now we're seeking it going higher again, right? Now that we've done that pretty quickly, we can go on to indices. So here it's just going sideways at the moment, but it's went to the level. We're seeing, does it want to retrace here into there? We don't want it to fully retrace, purely because this does seem like a balanced price range, unless it shows a willingness to break lower. But dollar going lower does kind of mean ES going up, but we have to wait and see what it wants to do. First part of the week, if it does decide to move, potentially going lower, wick the low, and then start to, of this candle, close above here though. So wick lower, come back up, so that the open is still above here. It's just wicking into there and then continuing higher. On the daily. This doesn't look too great. May choose to come below there. It's completely inefficient, so it does seem like it will come lower into there first before starting to move up higher. Let's look at this. Yeah, and here's respecting that. So yeah, it does look more bearish at the moment. Purely it's just, well, it's just stuck in a range. If we do decide to go bearish, it is still fine. Taken out any new buyers who are buying in premium of the range, come back a bit lower to then take it higher again. That's what we are predicting for indices. So we've done indices, we've done dollar. Let's just do pound dollar for the sake of it. So for pound dollar, let's look at the weekly. Could choose to same thing as here, so come here, wick lower into there, start to come back up. As long as we close above here, it's fine. Ideally we want this price to be running up to the first standard deviation sooner or later. This is a higher time frame one, so it's not as thingy. Here to there, first standard deviation, yeah, around there. So that's what we are predicting. Accumulating, manipulation, distribution. Same thing with euro. Accumulating, manipulating, and then distributing back up. So those are the overall market analysis for each of the main currencies that I trade. Done a bit for indices and done bonds, just to show that the dollar bias is still in play. And yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed. It was, I think it may have been pretty short. No, it's been like 14 minutes, but I think we got everything covered. So if you like the video, leave a like. If you want more of these videos, and if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that notification button so you're up to date when I go live, so you don't miss out. And yeah, thank you for watching everyone, and peace out.